Potter, Dirt Static Esports here, ready to bring you guys the Rookie Late Model Shootout. I hope everyone is excited as I am. We are going to be rolling along with this broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and throw you into a little bit of an intro video. Thanks for coming out.
Taking the low line again. He better watch out because David Garvin is going to hit that high line and get that run on him. Let's see what happens. This has been interesting so far. We've had a lot of position changes, guys. Green flag racing. Brandon Starnes taking off. We're on lap 13. Let's knock these laps out here. Looking good in the neighborhood.
Holy crap, dude, that was awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. This is Dirt Anarchy's Rookie Shootout. Very first race of the season. Got the guys out there lined up on the track ready to go. We're going to give you a little bit of a rundown for Heat 1. Melissa Lane. What was his name again, Brandon?
It's Dalton Lane.
Yeah, Dalton. Yeah. Dalton's going to be starting in your pole position. Get some camera angles fixed here for a second. J.D. Myers is going to be outside, starting in second. And we've got Jesse Winnington in third. J.D. Myers in fourth. Austin Anglin is going to be in your fifth position.
Good luck, guys. Let's have a fun race.
Skylar Brockmiller is going to be in sixth. And you've got Cody Wilkerson, Alex Thompson, and Kyle Robbins. You're going to round out your field.
Am I speaking?
This right here is going to be heat race number 1 coming up. These rookies are going to come out here and try to make a name for themselves in this season. See what they can get done. Glad everybody's out here watching the broadcast. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. This is Heat 1. They've got 10 laps. 5 are going to advance. We are going to run a consolation race. Here they go. They got a green flag coming off. Number 14 taking an early lead. You've got Matt Tagon. Is that how you pronounce his name? I have no idea. I'll have to ask him later. He's in second place. He's got a little bit of a funky name right there. We'll figure that out by next week. These guys are making some moves. Yeah, I'll definitely have to ask him how to pronounce that. A little bit of contact here on Matt. Pushing up, trying to get into that first place position. They're keeping it clean and green. Take a look back here in the field. Brock Miller bringing up the rear right there in that 78 car. Cody Wilkerson's got a really good looking wrap. That 111 car, Cody Wilkerson. Absolutely fantastic.
Design on that one.
Yeah, that's great. By the way, folks, I do have Brandon Starnes here in the booth with me today. We'll be doing a little bit of co-broadcasting. Brandon, talk about the Rookie League a little bit if you want. Tell the fans out there what's going on, what we got.
Man, we just, we threw this thing together here at the start of our season, and we figured it'd be a great thing for the guys to get out here and kind of get their feet wet, and that way we could, kind of, see what they have and, see how they progress, and we can kind of watch them, and maybe hopefully, they'll make it up to Sunday within this season, but if not, they can run another, season of rookies. But it's a 7-week season, and pretty much we're taking all the guys that, if they're really good at, street stocks, but not that good at pros, we'd take them too. I mean, we kind of just want everybody to be equal across the board, on Sunday nights. We want to be kind of, you don't know who's going to win, and I'm hoping this is kind of like a stepping stone into that, to where we can actually have these guys doing, everything we want them to do, and we don't have no cautions.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm having trouble pulling up my results tab here, but I will give you what's Melissa Lane. We're gonna have to do something with that name, Brandon. That is what's his name?
Dalton Lane.
Dalton Lane. I'm guessing he's using his sister's account or something. It is what it is. Dalton. So I'm going to give you the rundown for that first heat. I'll go ahead and give you the top 3. It was Matt Tagon, Taghon, Dalton Lane, which you'll see the number 19 is Melissa Lane there on the screen. And one that came in third place, I think, was Mike Tucker.
No, Mike Tucker's starting this next heat.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I've got him a little mixed up. I haven't got my UI created yet. Figured out how to work it.
We'll get there one of these days. But I'll give you the rundown here. We're sitting here with Mike Tucker on pole, Chase McClellan, Chase Clendenin starting in third, Klosterman in fourth, Paul Pfeiffer, he's going to be in fifth position, Singleton's going to be in sixth, and you've got Nathan Yarborough in seventh, and Boffman in eighth. They're taking off on green flag here. Mike Tucker getting a little bit of an early lead. Chase winding up in second, going to try to push off the track. See if he can run down old Mike Tucker up there in the front. Nick Klosterman taking the high line around turn 2. Trying to get something done, working a little bit here. Paul Pfeiffer, Dirt Assassin's guy, coming up in fourth place here, making a little bit of moves. Chase getting a little shook up there, leaving a spot for Klosterman to move up into second. And Mike Tucker is absolutely moving. Got about a half a straight on these guys. See if they can run them down. Klosterman's got some open ground here. Clendenon's not giving up, though. Look at him pushing up there. Giving Klosterman a run for his money, trying to throw the slider. And we've got a spin right here. They all straightened it back out and kept it moving, though. No cautions in the heat races. Keep on moving. I think that was, let's see. Yeah, I can't tell who this is. Number 19.
That is Dover Singleton.
Yeah, that's Dover Singleton. All right. He's pulled up on race control on my tab.
Race control is Kerry Howe.
Kerry, okay. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah. Looks
That's
like
who that is. Kerry Howe.
yeah, Kerry was the one that was race control. Yep.
Yeah. So that's number 19 is Kerry Howe.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Dover Singleton is the
013.
Yeah, he's a 003.
Yeah,
Yep,
003. Yep.
Yep.
Had some good heat races so far, folks. Looks like Clendenon took back that second position. So on the rundown, we're going to have Tucker, Clendenon, and it was, oh my goodness, Klosterman coming into your third position. Did we not? We didn't run a constellation, did we? Had enough guys to go out and throw them out there on the field. So.
Well, that was an 18. So hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kick the last, the ones you don't want, whoever qualified, just kick those guys out of the race. Just DQ them. I forgot to change it to, mine set to 20 guys for Sunday night, and I forgot to change that. That's on me.
Yeah, you're good. There's 17 total out there right now.
Is there only 17? I'd say
Yeah.
run it.
Yeah, I think we're just going to run it at 17. So, yeah, that'll be fine. All right, let's see if I can give you this rundown here. We're going to do a little bit of a rear chase view. You got Matt Tagon in your pole position. Mike Tucker coming up in second on the outside row. Push back a little bit. We've got Justin Anglin in third. And Nick Klosterman here. Good look. That car looks a lot like Bloomquist. I like that car design that he's got going on there. And then we've got in fifth place Jesse Winnington, pushing out to Pfeiffer in sixth. J.D. Myers going to make up the row behind him. Then you've got Singleton in behind them. You've got Borschinger, I think is how you pronounce that, Solomon. And then you've got Kerry Howe. Then we've got Cody Wilkerson. My goodness, bud. Chase McClellan. Skylar Brockmiller and Alex Thompson. And there they go. Sitting here focused on Alex Thompson here right now. A little bit up into the wall. Pfeiffer coming up into the wall, losing a lot of positions right there. They're right on top of each other, folks. Got a whole lot of racing lines going on right now. Taking your early lead. I can find him here. Matt Tugon in first place, getting a little bit of a run on these guys. And we've got a caution. Let's see if we can go back and find out where this happened. Oh, got a couple guys on their lid here. Let's see.
We've got a couple guys that need black cutters.
We're moving up. I'm not sure how they're going to call this one. Looks like Singleton. Actually, JD's flashing out a little bit there. A little bit of an internet connection issue. Looks like Klosterman pushed up into him. Got him a little squirrely. Got into a couple other people there. Came back into the race line, JD did, and wiped out a couple other people. So, looks like Chad McClellan got wrapped up in that one. Also, I can't tell who was behind Chad. I think it might have been Kerry. Yeah, Kerry got tied up into that one too. Yep, folks, whenever that car does start spinning out, best thing to do is just go down and hug that bottom wall. Wherever you're heading to, keep heading in that direction. Sometimes they can get a little squirrely and kind of try to come back up onto the track. Sometimes it's a good thing to do if you're clear, but you can't see behind you. Sometimes it's not, so. Let's see. A little bit of a rundown. I'm not even kidding. Brandon, I really cannot remember this guy's name. I think I'm losing my mind here, bud. Tell me one more time and I've got it written down, Brandon. That Melissa Lane. Dalton. Here, I'm going to write it in all caps on my my sheet here in front of me, bud. Dalton Lane. Oh my goodness. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown before we go green. We got Tagon in first, Dalton Lane in second, Clendenin in third, Anglin fourth, Whittington rounding out your top five. Then we're going to give you a rundown for the rest of the field. Tucker, Klosterman, Myers, Singleton, Wilkerson, McClellan, Kerry Howe, Brock Miller, and Paul Pfeiffer, Thompson, Yarborough, Boffman, and Borschinger rounding out the end of the field. I think they are a 1 to green here. I'm going to go ahead and see what these top five can get going here. We're going to go ahead and hop over to Tagon's cockpit view here, see what's working for him on this race line. He is keeping that car smooth. Right in the slick, staying on the low side. We got another caution. Let's go ahead and go back out to TV1, see if we can find out where this one happened at. Looks like right here it is off the start, so. Boy, oh boy. Had to check right there. Mike Tucker had to check. Couldn't check up in time. Let's see who that is next to him. That's Klosterman. Klosterman came up the track. Yeah, it's a little bit of a racing deal. Mike did hit the wall a little bit right there, but really not much either one of those drivers can do in that situation.
Yeah, when you're dealing with rookies, man, you can expect that they're gonna get a little loose, get a little sideways, and that's what we're trying to judge. Is we're trying to let them have a learning curve before they get on, actually racing Dirt Anarchy on Sunday.
Yeah, that's the thing that Dirt Anarchy, and I race in the league with Brandon. I mean, the thing that we harp on is low cautions the entire time. I know on Sunday, the UMPs, from green to checkered, 30 laps. And then the late models right after that, I might have caused one of those cautions, but we're not going to talk about that. It was only 2 cautions, though. But I will mention that Kyle Carter was the other one. So can't wait for him to go back and watch this race and listen to me talking about him like that. No, absolutely, though. Dirt Anarchy prides herself in running these caution-free laps. And with these rookies, you are going to see a little bit more. These guys are still trying to figure out how to stay onto a driving line, get around the track, keep the car straight. And these pros are a little bit different to drive than anything else. So you get up here into the pros and the supers, they got so much engine power. You get a little bit too much on the throttle, and that track slicks up. You're going in circles. But they've been doing so good, or pretty good so far. We are currently on lap 4, had 2 cautions. See if they can straighten it out right here. I believe they are 1 to green. So we are going to be taking off. Matt Tagon is in the lead. And he's got Dalton Lane. I remembered at that time, I looked down at my paper, my old cheat sheet, coming up in 2nd place. And did we pull another caution? Yeah. Let's see. I believe this is going to be the 22 of Alex Thompson. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like he got up into the wall a little bit. We'll rewind this and see. Well, actually, JD might have pushed him, but
It looked like to me the 22 kind of got up.
Yeah, he
slid
did,
up some and got into the front of the 21.
yep, just a little too loose coming out of turn 4 right there, trying to get taken off. There's a little bit of slick right there, so he probably just did a little bit of an overcorrection and couldn't get it back over to the left side. So we'll see how race control will call that. We'll go back to the live screen here. Looks like Alex Thompson was given the EOL penalty. So Kyle Carter running race control here tonight. Doing a good job so far. Let's see. We will give you a little rundown. Your top 5 hasn't changed much. Tagon coming in first. Second, it's going to be Dalton Lane. I'm not going to forget your name again. Chase Clendenin in third. England in fourth. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be Jesse Whittington. We are single file on this restart here, folks. Try to get these guys a couple green laps, get them moving. Tagon taking an early lead. Now, Dalton is not letting him leave him, though. He's hanging on to that car pretty well. Tagon is a pretty good driver, I've noticed, out of this race. We got another caution.
Let's make a lap, please.
Let's see.
25, buddy.
Looks like that might have been Thompson again here. Might have been. He goes in low. He slides up all the way to the wall. Gets into the wall, causes the 91 to hit the wall as well. And then 22 overspins. And the number 17 of Kyle Robbins gets into him. So let's see. I think that was Paul. I heard Mike up there.
You did his chat.
Yeah. It's always a good thing. Let's see. We've got the one that was in that incident. Alex Thompson is in the pits. See if we'll see him back out there or not. So far, race has been good. We are 6 laps in. These guys are going green flag racing one more time. Matt Tagon on an early lead. He's got Lane right behind him. Clendenin, Anglin, and Whittington to wrap out your top 5. A little bit of contact there out of Clendenin. Making a little bit of a run here. Let's see if he can get that slider off, coming up in and taking that 2nd position. That'll change up our top 3 a little bit. Podium spots. These guys are looking for an interview with me after the race. That's what they're all out there fighting for. Get their name out there a little bit. Chase is taking quite a low line. We've got some good racing right here for 4th place as well. We've got Dalton Lane and Justin Anglin fighting it out. See who maintained that position. We've got another caution here. Let's go and check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Paul, a little sideways here. Look like the
Nathan Yarborough might have gotten a little sideways. Paul had to check. A little bit of a racing deal, I think is what they're going to call that. So, yeah, Paul just had to check for him. Didn't really have anywhere to go. 5 of Paul didn't have anywhere to go. We'll take a look in his cockpit on this this one here. Paul. Jump down to Cole's cockpit. He's running the low line. He sees him getting a little sideways, tries to stick the low. Couldn't make it. Yeah, not much to do there. So we are going to jump back up to the live stream. And we are going to go to TV1. Let's go ahead and jump back up to your leader. Top 5 is shooken up a little bit. So we got Tagon in first. Clendenin moved up to second place and beat out Dalton Lane. Dalton Lane's now sitting in third, and Anglin is in fourth. Whittington rounding out your top 5. Then you've got Kerry Howe, 6, Singleton, Wilkerson, Brock Miller, and Boffman rounding out your top 10. Good race so far. We're 9 laps deep. These guys are taking off. Clendenin getting a good jump off this start, sticking right on the rear end of Tagon. Man, but he took the low line. Clendenin took that high line, lost a little bit of ground there. That low line is still sticking. I know that there's a lot of slick on that track you guys can see there, but that low line is definitely still moving. Got some decent racing here. Check out the back of the field a little bit. Right here, Nick Klosterman moved back quite a bit. He was up there in the front, had a couple little incidents here and there. Mike Tucker was up front as well, had a couple little incidents. Look like we've got another caution. Oh, we can see him right here. Oh no, second place, Clendenin. Sideways, up on the wall. Let's see what happened in this situation here. We're going to go ahead and do a far chase on Clendenin's car and take a peek at this. Clendenin up, taking the low line. And the 82 of Anglin didn't have time to check. So we're going to see what race control calls on this one. Clendenin and Anglin caught into that. They were both completely stopped on the track, so they will be losing position. And he gave Justin Anglin the EOL on that. So see if these guys can clean it up here and knock out a couple laps and get this thing under control.
You're gonna have to start black flagging and removing people if you don't clean it up.
We knew coming into this, whenever we put on a rookie season, that we would see a lot of cautions in the races. And we're not blaming those guys for that. These guys are new drivers. Just keep that in mind. They're all out here learning. They're trying to get better. And their ultimate goal in running in this league is to try to get up there on Sunday nights whenever Signature puts on the broadcast for us. Jason Followell. He does a great job. Hopefully one of these days I'll be around the same level and up to par as Jason. But he absolutely does a wonderful job for us on Sundays. And it's not a super easy job, but it is fun. Let's see. Rounding out your top 5 now. It's a little bit shook up. I think. Let's see. Clendenin remained up front. And we've got Tagon, Clendenin, Dalton Lane, Whittington, and Carey rounding out your top 5. These guys are going green. Not here. Next time. Just kidding. Oh, man. Brandon, how in the world did you get started in dirt track racing anyway?
Man, I started back when I was a young kid. I was racing with my daddy. My daddy raced, and my grandpa's raced, and hell, my uncles, cousins. We've all just kind of just been racing family. We grew up around it, and we've learned to love it, man. And I got into iRacing about 3 months ago. I had to sell my race car. I had a kid, and so I sold my race car and got into the simulator racing, and man, I've enjoyed every minute of it. And then I put together Dirt Anarchy, and it's just been a really good time. We got great guys in here, and that's what we're doing here is trying to teach them up, and so they can come run with us on Sunday night.
Yeah,
you can see a lot right now. If you watch these cars and watch them, you can see when they hit that slick, you can see a lot of them getting on the gas too much, and that's what's really happening is that they're learning the throttle control on the slick track right now, and we're having more cautions because the track's getting slicker and slicker every
Yep.
lap, and
Yep.
that's why we're seeing more and more cautions.
Yeah. And we've got another one here. We're gonna. I think it's over in turn 1. Yep. Nick Boffman. First caution brought out by him tonight. We'll see if it was him causing it or somebody else. Looks like he had to do a little bit of a check. We're gonna go ahead and do a rear chase on this situation here. Nick Boffman running, and it was Yarborough who didn't check for Boffman. He had to check up a little bit for the guy in front of him. Yarborough didn't check and sent Boffman down into the wall down there in turn 1. So we'll let race control make a decision on that. We'll hop back over here to the live side. And yeah, Brandon, I got into dirt track racing. I was always at the track down in Portsmouth growing up. My stepdad used to take me down there all the time. God love him because he got me into this habit. But it absolutely is a great thing to invest your time in. I've had a wonderful time going to the dirt track races. There for a little bit, I raced go-karts on a dirt track down here in Wheelersburg in southern Ohio, and had a lot of fun doing that. I've never had the money to race on the big tracks and the big cars with the big engines, but iRacing is definitely a cheaper and safer alternative to going out there and risking your life on a racetrack all the time. So I think I've found a pretty good hobby that's not too costful.
Man, it's, you say that, and I mess around, and I mess with guys all the time. But when you start buying $1,400 wheels and pedals and simulators, and 3 screens and VRs and
Yeah.
$3,000 computers, most of these guys out here that are really, really big into iRacing, they got $10,000 setups.
Yeah,
they can have a real race car.
Yeah, if you want to blow your money, you definitely can. But then at the end of the day, it's not really blowing your money if you are making some revenue off of it. And some of these guys get so deep into iRacing that, I mean, they're good. We've got a lot of good drivers here at Dirt Anarchy, but there are some of those guys that are just phenoms, like you see in any other sport that you watch. That these guys are getting paid pretty big bucks to go out there and turn some laps on a simulator track. So.
Yeah, and that's something that you see a lot, in these pro circuits and series that we got out there right now. And these guys are making, pretty good bucks. I mean, I think the Butt Kicker series paid out $25,000 this year to SMC.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
all these series out there, are a real big impact, and I think every one of these guys' goal is to be a pro, and I think a lot of them look up to them pros. But Dirt Anarchy, we don't have no pro drivers, but we got some high rating drivers, and
Yeah.
we got clean racing, and that to me is more valuable than who you have racing. I feel like having a clean show, and that's the main thing is getting your bang for your buck. Paying $10 and you actually get to race a race.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I think what you've created here has been a great thing for a lot of guys like me and yourself who just want to kind of get out here for a hobby and find something to indulge their free time in. So this kind of stuff helps my mental health out a lot too, giving me something to focus on outside of the other things I could be doing in life. So absolutely fantastic, man. I had another caution here while we were having a conversation about that. It looks like Alex Thompson and Yarborough got caught up. It looks like Alex Thompson's having a little bit of a network issue there in that situation. So we're going to see how race control calls this one. I haven't seen anything down there yet. Alex Thompson.
All right, guys.
DQ.
3 cautions. If you cause 3 cautions, you do get a disqualification.
And race control's mic it up right now, and our limit for the rookie league is going to be 3 cautions. If they do cause 3 of them, they're going to be going ahead and receiving the DQ for the race. So that'll kind of give these guys something to work for, Let them know that they need to keep some green laps going. I think right now we are sitting on lap 18, so we got about 12 laps left. Stream's been going on for about 37 minutes. Not too bad. I know total, I think, for this feature, we got 45 minutes, correct? Is that? Yeah.
Yes, that is the time I allotted for, and I'm hoping that they can get it done with that, and make that time efficient enough to do.
Yeah.
I know, Dirt Anarchy on Sunday when I made this server earlier, we run our races within about 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and I figured that was a good allotted a time, and if we're green to green, we get it done in about 20 or so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they'll get it done here. I mean, the biggest thing is that we're seeing is, the track's getting slick, and it's taking a lot more throttle control, and these guys, are learning. So, we got to expect that, and we do, and we still got the rules to go by and the guideline for this class, and 3 cautions. You bring out 3 cautions, then of course you get disqualified, and that's what happened to Mr. Alex Thompson there, and we hope he don't hold no foul judgment against us, but we do got a time limit to get this race done, and so we want to see as less as possible, but we knew we was going to have quite a bit in this race tonight.
Yeah. And it is good to see these guys out here. A lot of these guys are younger. Some of them are even older, but regardless, they are younger to dirt track racing on a simulator. So some of these guys just don't have the drive time like a lot of the guys do. So everyone is out here improving. I mean, heck, even when me and Brandon go out on Sundays, I know I still have a lot of room for improvement. I know Brandon's a pretty avid late model driver, but I know that I've got quite a bit of room for improvement whenever I do get out there on that track.
So, even on Sunday nights, we run the track, from start to finish pretty much, and it gets slick as ice. And, it's hard to control these cars when it's slick. And if you're not working that throttle just right, yourself, they'll get wonky on you pretty quick. And
Yep.
so as this progresses and as these guys kind of learn each other, I feel like the racing will get even better. Like Dirt Anarchy, a bunch of the guys have been together for a while now, and we kind of know how we drive, and when we lean on each other or something in a turn, it's not malicious. It's kind of just a little bumping, a little rubbing, and that's racing. But these guys are kind of running in deep and not letting up, and that's what we're seeing more of. And they'll learn better with that. Kind of how to judge their entry when a car's in front of them, and when to let off the gas and all that stuff. So.
Yep.
That's just something at race 7 when we talk about this and we're in this chat, I feel like we'll be talking about how good they've gotten. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 7 weeks is a long time racing, even one night of race, because I saw a lot of improvement in myself in the season that we did last year, and I know that these guys will be able to look in the mirror 7 weeks down the road and see the same thing for them. So we got another caution here. It looks like, let's see. We had Klosterman involved, J.D. Myers involved, and Dover Singleton involved. Looks like J.D.'s still having a little bit of network issues, but let's see if we can get this ironed out and see what race control is going to do about this call here. I know that we are on lap 27, so we got 3 laps left in this race, and these guys are going to be taking it home. And after the race, we're going to be conducting a little bit of interviews here.
Get together, but got straight up.
And let's see. I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown. Sitting in your top position, your leader, Matt Tagon. I still don't know how to say his name. And then sitting in second, we've got Dalton Lane. Thank God I got that right. Third's Clendenin. Fourth is going to be Kerry Howe. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be Jesse Whittington. On the way down the rest of the field, we got Klosterman, Singleton, Myers, Anglin, McClellan, Brockmiller, Wilkerson, Boffman, Yarborough, Paul Pfeiffer, and that will round out the rest of your field. I think is Mike Tucker still out there?
I don't think so.
I don't think he
Mike
is either.
has issues.
Yeah, I saw him underneath the Alex there, so. Yeah, we've got 3 laps left in this race. These guys have put on a pretty good show for us so far. Me and Brandon done a little bit of talking back and forth, bouncing. This league is going to grow as we move on. So these guys will put down a lot better races. This is a smaller track, too, so it's a little bit tighter quarters. And we've got a couple tracks throughout the season that are going to be smaller. We've got a couple of them that are going to be bigger. I know that we are going to be running Charlotte and Eldora, which is a couple of big tracks, and I think we're running Volusia too. So these guys are green flag coming out of turn 4. Right across the stand, you've got Matt Tagon running into lap 28. And you have Dalton Lane pushing up on his rear end. Hopefully he's going to try to get something going here for him with 2 laps left in this race. We've got another caution. Here we go. Let's see where this is at. Looks like Paul. Far Chase. Take a look at Paul here. Had a couple guys getting a little bit of contact there. And that is not going to be on Paul. That is going to go on to Cody Wilkerson. So Wilkerson got in a little bit of contact on the straight. Looks like he drove up into Balfman's line. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Wilkerson came right up into Balfman's line. Went up and hit the wall. Tried to correct it. Man, he got slammed too by Yarborough. Yarborough didn't really have anywhere to go in that situation either, coming into that slick. 111 just coming down the track. Goes up and taps the wall one more time, comes back down into Pfeiffer. So we're going to be jumping back up here to the front. Race control's doing his review now. Let's see. Man, Matt Tagon is holding on to that lead position. He's been up there the entire race, I think. I think he had to make a couple passes in the beginning. Be an interesting guy to interview. Keeps racing like that, he might find himself on Sundays. Oh, man. Good to see,
That
though.
is true.
Yep.
That is true. He'll probably advance up fairly quick. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
think
keeping
so,
the car straight, and I feel like he could, run with us on Sunday right now. It just, you can see he's still got some minor flaws that I feel like, he'll work out eventually through the season. But he's going to be one to beat, that's for sure. He'll definitely be the one that they're chasing this season. So
Yeah, that's the one thing it takes is just drive time. I noticed that whenever I first joined in, I didn't have any drive time at all. And I would race maybe a couple races a week, maybe one a day sometimes. And I didn't really see any growth until I did join into the league and I started racing all the time. So since that happened, I've completely turned my driving all the way around. And I'm not going to say I'm a top 3 competitor, but hopefully I can pull off some top 10s this year. Let's see, we're green flag. Matt Tagon up front. A little bit of contact sitting there with Dalton Lane. Pushed him out a little bit. Tagon's going to fall back into second place. We're on lap 29. He's going to come past the flag stand. And they are going to have one more white flag flying in the air. Matt Tagon in second. Dalton Lane up front. Clendenin in third. Tagon's not going to be able to push up. He's going to maintain that second position. So that right there is going to be your race, folks. Dalton Lane is going to be your race winner, ladies and gentlemen, in a 14 green machine right there. Congratulations to him. We're going to give you a rundown of how the race ended here. Finishing the race in your lead position, Dalton Lane. You'll see his name is Melissa on there, starting all the way up on the top. Coming in second, it's going to be Matt Tagon. Your P3 positions, Chase Clendenin. Fourth place is going to be Whittington, and rounding out your top 5, Justin England. Moving on the way down the tracks, Kerry Howe, Singleton, Klosterman, McClellan, Wilkerson, Brock Miller, Balfman, Paul Pfeiffer, J.D. Myers, Yarborough, and that will round out the end of your field. We're going to take a little bit of a short break here. We're going to bring some guys in here for the interview process. Thank you guys for coming to watch the stream. Let's go ahead and go to the Be Right Back screen. We will be right back to talk to you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me here Dalton Lane on the iRacing platform. You will see him as Melissa. Well, I might get an answer out of him here for that in a second. But Dalton, you ended up in first place in the race, man. Looking good out there. I know Matt Tagon was in front of you there for a little bit, and you were trying to run him down. That slick was kind of slowing everybody down a little bit. But Dalton, just tell us a little bit about what was going on in your head during that race and what kind of moves you were making to get up there and take that win.
The cautions kind of killed my runs most of the time, so I knew I had to get him on the restarts if I was going to pass him. Me and the guy in second, Chase, we were running him down, but just couldn't get through him with the little laps we had, so we had to make a move on the restart.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that you are fairly new to the league. So how did you find us, and what made you want to get into the iRacing platform and dirt track racing, man?
I got a bunch of friends who do it. They're on Full Throttle Motorsports, their team. I race with you guys throughout the week, and it's a pretty cool league, so I decided I'd try it out after I saw the rookie thing. So that's how I got here.
Yeah, absolutely. Dalton, if you want to, man, give us a couple shout outs for some of your sponsors if you do have any. I know that you mentioned the racing team that your friends are a part of, but if you would like to mention anybody's name that you want to thank or anything like that, go ahead and let us know, man.
Yeah, I just got to thank all the guys at FTM Full Throttle Motorsports. They got me into it. They taught me a lot. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
All right, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Dalton Lane. Dalton, congratulations, man. Glad that you're a part of the league, and we hope to see you out here in the future, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in the next guy, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, with me now I have Matt. Go ahead and let me know how you pronounce your last name.
Tejon.
Tejon. Okay, I'm gonna let you know ahead of time that I was pronouncing that wrong the entire broadcast.
Nothing new my entire life.
Yeah. Now that I do know how to pronounce it, I will correct that in the future. But, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Tejon here with me. Go ahead and fix that now. But he's your P2 finisher tonight here at Lanier in the Dirt Anarchy's Rookie Shootout. Matt, you were in the lead for a long time there in that race, and looked like you were keeping the car pretty straight, pretty clean. Had your throttle control just about perfect in the turns. Tell us a little bit about your race and what was going on in your head, man.
I was just trying to stay ahead of everybody. Those cautions were killing me because I'd get a good run going and then have to slow back down. But I was making it work, and then unfortunately that last restart happened with 2 to go, and here we are.
Yep, absolutely, man. I know that you were leaving them there for a little bit, then the slick came in, and I know all the cautions really did kind of back everything up. But it's kind of hard to get yourself a little bit of a run if you're always having to restart. But these guys are rookies, and they are going to be a little bit of cautions throughout the race. But I'm glad to see you guys out here on the track, and glad to see everybody putting in the footwork to kind of move their way up into the league. So, Matt, if you don't mind, throw out a couple sponsors and anybody that you want to thank, maybe some family back home or some friends or anything. Go ahead and throw them out there, buddy.
Well, if I had any sponsored, I would thank them, but I'm all by myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably, once this gets posted up somewhere, I'll probably, send it to my parents and they can watch it and think I'm cool. So.
Yeah, there you go. I know that I got a lot of family that watches my races out here, but I absolutely enjoy having you out here, man. I'm glad that we could put on this league, and I'm glad that I could be out here to broadcast it. You guys put on a heck of a show up there in the top 3 spots. So, congratulations to Matt Tejon on his P2 finish. And we are about to be pulling in our 3rd place finisher, and we're going to go ahead and continue the interview process. Thanks a lot, Matt. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me go over and grab the last guy, and we will continue the interview. ladies and gentlemen, with me now, I have Chase Clendenin. Absolutely fantastic finish here. I know he was up there in that second place spot for a little while. Had a little bit of an incident with one of the other drivers, kind of kicked him back, but he did come up and finish in that P3 spot. Chase, tell us a little bit about what was going on in your head while you was running around that track. I know you was trying to run down Matt Tejon, but never could have made it or didn't make it happen. So tell us a little bit about what was going on.
Well, the entire race, my goal was to get up there in first. Every time I'd start to get a run on them, there'd be a caution, but that's how it is. But I was really, really hoping that the high side was going to come in because I'm not a bottom runner. I hate running the bottom, but I was giving it everything it had. Just kept trying to be more consistent each time, but it's the luck of the draw. But I'm happy with third.
Yeah, overall, man, I think your driving performance was fantastic. Keeping the car straight, your throttle control was looking really good tonight. You can really tell a difference in your driving over the course of the last, I don't know, maybe 10 weeks since you've been racing with Dirt Anarchy. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I raced all of last season with Dirt Anarchy with the Pro Series, which I raced with you. I know me and you, we had our beats and bangs.
Had a little bit of debacle, but that's fine. It's just part of the past.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But no, I was going for it, man. I've sat down with this setup for a while, getting to learn it better. My right foot's really heavy, and I've learned to put it on a diet so that way it's not on the throttle as much.
Yeah.
So I guess it's working. Done lost 10 pounds from that sucker.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a great thing, man, especially in these pro late models, a little bit bigger of an engine than the limiteds. They got a little bit more power. So whenever that track does slick out, you definitely have to stay off that throttle quite a bit and try to keep that car as straight as you can. But we saw that from you tonight. And why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to your sponsors, any family members that might be out there watching you, cheering you on. Go ahead and give us a little shout out.
Definite shout out to Jacob Wellman and Dirt Anarchy in general. Michael Mitchell for making my wrap. Got my car looking all nice and pretty, even though I tear it up every night. But he's just all the guys in Dirt Anarchy. They're just good runners, competitive, real fun people. Thanks to Brandon for hosting this, and thank you and Cal and George for putting it on.
Yep, absolutely, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, your P3 finisher, Chase Clendenin. Chase, thanks a lot, man. Great race tonight, buddy.
No problem. I'll see you next weekend.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to conclude our stream. We are going to go ahead and put on a little bit of music for you guys. Thank you guys for coming out, sticking around. I'm glad that you guys are being a part of the series, hopping onto the Twitch and watching it. If you're watching this later on the Facebook channel, thanks for coming out. If you would want to watch it on the live broadcast, you can find my Twitch link on my Facebook channel. So thank you guys for coming out and watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed your racers out here in Dirt Anarchy's Rookie League, and we will be coming back at you with another stream on Wednesday night next week. So hope to see you guys there, and thanks for coming out.